Only the best for your birds. The benefits of black soldier fly larvae versus mealworms. So you probably already know this from feeding your flock, but birds are omnivores and love snacking on insects. I'm Dr. Mikayla, and today's topic is the difference between the two most common types of insects that we see in the stores, black soldier fly larvae and mealworms. So the main difference between these two types of insects is where they come from. Mealworms are the larvae from darkling beetles, and black soldier fly larvae are, you guessed it, larvae from black soldier flies. As you might imagine, the two types of larvae have slightly different nutrient profiles. Black soldier fly larvae average slightly lower levels of protein compared to mealworms, and they also tend to have a slightly higher level of fat. But the two largest differences in nutrient profile between these two larvae is calcium and the type of fat. Black soldier fly larvae have a much higher level of calcium than mealworms. This is because during the growth phase, the black soldier fly secrete calcium in their epidermis. They also contain a very high level of lauric acid in their fat, making their fat source something more comparable to coconut oil. And we all know the benefits of coconut oil. So which is better for your birds? Well, sometimes that actually comes down to the sourcing of these insects. Research has shown that both mealworms and black soldier fly larvae can be grown on waste. This makes them very sustainable, and it's a great way to recycle waste. But the type of waste that we feed our larvae can accumulate within the insects. We could make a whole video on that, but you get the idea. So the black soldier fly larvae that we use in our treats, for example, are grown here in the US. And to ensure that our bugs are safe, we have them tested for mycotoxins, heavy metals, and pesticide residues multiple times a year. Our US-grown black soldier fly larvae are also fed regulated ingredients like grain and bakery byproducts or waste. Insects grown outside the US, like most mealworms, are not required to comply with American feed regulations. Without those regulations, you don't know exactly what else you're getting inside the insects and then feeding to your flock. And as a final note, black soldier fly larvae are even more efficient and sustainable than mealworms because they require less space and fewer resources to grow, not to mention they grow way quicker than mealworms. For more questions on the differences between mealworms and black soldier fly larvae, reach out to us at backyardchicken.com.